It's been a long time since I last painted a Games Workshop miniature, so I picked this up just the other day and thought it would make an excellent first product for Is It Worth It #1. And as you can see, £18 I paid for this at Games Workshop Gloucester just a couple of weeks ago. So here's a closer look at the sprue. This is the actual product you're buying apart from the card and the packaging. As you can see, it's a single sprue. It has everything on it that you need to build a Space Marine Librarian. Number of parts: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 parts. So it's a relatively bitty kit, although it's certainly by no means complex. Very easy to assemble. I'm going to take a closer look at the different pieces of the kit and briefly discuss how I'm going to approach them. The obvious place to start is here with the base. It's a very nice sculpted base, broken rock, with two clear places for the Space Marine's feet to go, so it's designed to fit him very specifically, and that's going to be mostly one colour. And then there are the feet that are designed to fit it. Again, those are mostly going to be blue. They're all of a piece, dynamic, nicely posed. Similarly, we're going to have the shoulder pad. Both arms as a single piece are going to be blue, as is the top half of the torso. And that's the back half of the torso, which is mostly going to be blue, whereas the bottom half here, it's a librarian, so the bottom half is going to be mostly yellow. Similarly, the backpack is going to be yellow at the top. We're going to do some non-metallic metal effects, the fabric and the body of the backpack, which back and front is similarly going to be mostly blue. And of course the head, which is going to be a different colour, that will be sort of a flesh colour. So those are the colours I'm going to be dealing with for this particular project. This is having taken it out of the sprue, how I've assembled it ready for airbrushing. You see I've put all of these pieces upright so that I can spray down from the top the first blue colour to get that zenithal highlighting effect that everybody is so keen on these days. This one I've done slightly differently because we've got the different colours going down. It's going to be blue at the top here and here on the front of the torso, but the bottom of the torsos, we can see, there we go, there for this sort of tunic that he's wearing is going to be yellow. And then separate, we've got the head and the strange death flying baby thing, cherub, which are going to be a sort of flesh colour, of course. Finally, easiest of all, the base, which is mostly going to be grey because it's rock. Duh. I was really keen to show you the painting process, but that didn't happen because I had an absolute pig of a time with my airbrush. So in the end, I gave up. I just decided to finish him and bring him back and show you the finished paint job. I'm pretty pleased. He was certainly fun to paint, no question. I managed to get the airbrush to work long enough to do the blue, so you can just about see that I've got that zenithal effect with the brighter at the top and the yellow on the eagle and on his tabard. That's the word I was searching for earlier. So I did most of the airbrushing on that area before the airbrush just totally gave up the ghost and I went back to painting by hand. But that's what you get for a cheap airbrush. So let's take a closer look, see if I can get the camera to focus on him. No, it's not going to go. Come on camera, catch up. There we go, we got focus. Right, so hopefully you can now get a decent close-up look at how we've painted this chap. I've tried to use non-metallic metal paints throughout. My technique on NMM, non-metallic metal, is still developing. I'll be the first to admit it. I've got nothing like the real capture on it, so I'm not going to be doing a tutorial on it anytime soon. But I hope you'll agree that at least I can do an effective turn on the paint job. I'm pretty happy with how he's turned out. I've not painted an emblem on his right shoulder because that's going to be added later. But the important question that I'm really here to answer is, having built and painted this guy, is he worth it? And I think to answer that, we're going to have to remind ourselves first of all just how much I spent on this guy. Here's something I'm going to compare it with. Now, we've seen these before because I did a review of these in Precinct Omega video number 5. They come on a single sprue, just like he does. They are made from plastic, just like he is. They are sold for essentially a single pose for each model, just like our Space Marine Librarian. You get 3 in a pack. They're not heroes like the Librarian, so okay, you're not just going to want 1 in your force and he'll be your only purchase, but like I say, you get 3 on a sprue, and honestly, I don't know if you play Malifaux, but you are only going to want 3 of these guys in any 10 Thunders crew, I reckon. So it's not like it's a repeat purchase. How much are they, you ask? Well, here we are. Perhaps it's not fair to compare a one-off single hero model with a trio of sort of line infantry types, so I've chosen to compare him with this model. This is Saladin from the Corvus Belli Infinity Hapizlam range. He is, like the Librarian, a one-off. In fact, he's even more of a one-off because there is only 1 of him. Even if 2 of you are playing, you can't both have Saladin on the table. Only 1 of you gets him. So I think he's a fair comparison. A beautiful sculpt. Similar size, same sort of dynamic, striking pose as the Librarian has, great tabletop presence, and a lovely mini to paint to boot. So you may well ask yourselves, how much does Saladin cost? Surely it's not fair to compare the Librarian to a metal miniature. Everybody knows that metal miniatures do tend to be cheaper these days for reasons that frankly escape me, so I thought I'd introduce you to these EM4 mechs. You get 5 of these. On 1 sprue, they're all plastic. 2 small mechs, 2 medium mechs, and 1 heavy mech. 1 sprue, detail isn't great, plastic isn't great, but how much do they cost for all 5 mechs? Which all brings us back to our friend, the Space Marine Librarian from Games Workshop. Oh, and his flying death baby, which I haven't painted yet. But fundamentally, we've got 2 very nice, well, 1 very nice miniature and a little add-on on the side is a bit of a freebie. But can you call it a freebie when it's £18? Yes, he's fun to paint. Yes, you only get 1 of them, maybe 2 in your army. Maybe you'll only want 1 in your collection. But is it worth £18? Here's the verdict. No,